Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm over here in Celina, Texas. Maybe you clicked on this video because you're thinking about moving to Celina, Prosper, McKinney, any of those cities in the greater Dallas area. I'm Daniel Patrick. I'm a realtor out here showing you guys some of the best places to live, some of the best communities, giving you guys some driving tours, kind of showing you guys the vibe of everything around here before you kind of pick the area in the city that you want to live in. So today I'm gonna be going over the pros and cons of Celina and showing you guys what this city has to offer and what it doesn't have to offer right now, but potentially could offer in the future. So let's just hop into it. Right now I'm off one of the other roads, 428, hopping into the old Celina Park area. So this is gonna be kind of the first pro, is that they do have like a huge park area for like your kids' rec league, baseball, soccer, football. So you're not having to travel really far to go to some of those events to do that. So they just built in this huge park, added some baseball fields, all types of stuff, playground here, giving you guys just some more things to do. Now, the one thing about Celina is that there's gonna be huge fields, ranches, all that type of stuff around here. It's pretty underdeveloped compared to Prosper, Frisco, you know, as more south you go down. But I think Celina is gonna be the next great option for people if they're wanting to be in a place that's gonna develop over time and you wanna build equity within your home for something like that. There's currently 20,000 people that live here, around that, and Celina will be developed into a city that's gonna be able to house 300,000 people. If you can get into Celina before that happens, before that comes, which it's happening now, tons of people are moving in here left and right. I think that's gonna bring a bunch of value to your house. Another pro right now, well, a pro and a con, is kind of the Dallas North Tollway. So the Dallas North Tollway is not all the way to Celina, however, it is getting close. Celina is just a little bit further. It's about 10 minutes away from Prosper if you keep just going down Preston. And the Dallas North Tollway has finally made it to right at the intersection of Preston, or at 380 and at Prosper. And so once it gets a little bit further over the next 5 years, that's going to instantly bring a ton of value for you guys. So it's kind of a con right now that it's not built out, but it's also a pro because it is going to be here soon. It is coming for you guys. So if you're going to be in a house 5-10 years, just know that that's going to be just an addition that's coming, as well as all the other things that they're going to develop within Celina. If you kind of look at the map of Celina, their downtown area is just this one little small area, and then everything else around it is just a bunch of land, bunch of farm, ranch. Now they do have some awesome neighborhoods within here. This right now might have like a little bit older of a look, and that's just because we are going into downtown Celina right now. So I'll kind of take you guys around the square and show you that. I would say their downtown is a pro. They have some stuff within here, kind of gives you a good feel over kind of the old historic district of Celina and what they have here. They have restaurants. Here's their main square area. So they have restaurants, a little bit of shopping, a donut shop. Nothing too grand, but you know what? This is going to develop into something more and more over time. It is going to have a little bit of an older feel when I get over into this section here. I'm going to be coming up on their stadium, which has been around for a long time. I just remember back in the day, guys, living in Frisco, and people would say the word Celina and it would just be like, you know, there'd be a sound effect with it. You'd be like, oh, I'm going to Celina. It'd be like, oh, Celina, it's so far. But now that's definitely not the case. People are all over Celina. They want every piece they can get of it. A lot of the builders have bought up land that will be developing soon. Like I said, go check out the map of Celina and just kind of look around all the green spaces. That will change over time. Now, another pro is that you are close to Prosper. So Brookshire's is a grocery store that's close by. That's gonna be like one of the main grocery stores where it's like the pharmacy. But anything else is gonna be a little bit further to Prosper, like 10-15 minutes. That should give you a good, over to the right, that should give you a good idea of what their other stadium looks like for Celina. I'm gonna go to their school. Maybe, I think their school has another stadium in the back that's just a little bit more new and a little nicer. All right, so this is Preston Road. This is another pro. You're right off this. This is like the main street. This street will actually take you all the way down into Dallas. I've talked about it a lot of times before in my videos and driving on it. Right now, when you go further down into Celina, it's kind of sitting on a 2-lane. But when you head south into Prosper, it kind of opens into a 3-lane, which is nice when you're having to travel to go to work or anything like that. And if you are traveling to go into work, I don't think Celina, to go to Dallas, I don't think this is going to be a good option for you. Maybe once they got the tollway, and if you're willing to kind of stick around till then, it's going to be about a 40, 45, 50-minute drive from there, depending on like what accidents are happening in traffic. But if you're someone that's going to be commuting into like Frisco, Plano, any of those areas, I think this is going to be a sweet spot. And there's tons of office space getting built up in that Plano area where Legacy West is, and that's only about 20 minutes away, so not too far, easy to get to. And that's where you would do kind of like your fun amenities, your events. There's some concerts. It's just that right now that's not really going to be a thing within Celina. Celina just has a bunch of land right now, so they're not going to have any of the cool events, concerts, and those things. I will say you are an hour from Oklahoma, so if you're wanting to go get into some gambling and do that type of thing, 100%. That's only an hour away from you. I think Choctaw and Durand is really close by. I think I might be doing a photo booth event there, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna head over into Morgan Lake Estates. This is a neighborhood to kind of show you what you could potentially buy that's on like an acre, acre and a half. That's one of the older neighborhoods within Celina. So I kind of showed you what the older houses look downtown. Now let me get you into one of the well-known communities in here that have houses on an acre. So they actually have it where you have a huge backyard, but you actually have part of your yard is fenced in to hold like your pool area if you have like pets too. So you'll kind of notice how some people have like a really big yard, and then they'll also have like a little fenced in piece of yard as well. And then a lot of these houses have like their own little barn in the back, which Celina is going to allow you to do that in a lot of places and build like that, just because there's not a lot of HOAs around here within some of the neighborhoods that are built. There was a house in here that got listed at $850,000, sitting on about an acre and a quarter, and then it also had a pool with it. So that's the thing, is that you can get a house right in this area for like $850,000, $1.3 million, and some of these houses are sitting on 3 acres. And once they get that tollway built out, I don't think something like this is not going to be too bad to drive down and to get out to places. It's just like that's the other con too, is if you're driving on the tollway, you're going to be eating up money on those tolls. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to go out anywhere fun like Cowboys games, Stars games, Dallas Maverick games, any of those events, you are going to be spending a little bit of money on the tollway. After this, I'll head to the Celina High School and show you guys kind of what that looks like. But not only are you an hour away from Oklahoma, but that also means you're not too far away from Lake Texoma, which is the nicest lake around. Oh, here you go, guys. Here's a good idea over what that house looks like. So this is the one that just got listed. I'm just gonna pull into the driveway, give you guys a good look. It's a quaint little house. Looks nice. All right, back out. Looks like there's some wooded area on the back side too. So that's an option. That's listed right now as we speak. So anyway, Lake Texoma, really cool lake, really nice, huge lake. I'm just looking at all these houses for sale. It seems like they got another one in here, probably a little bit cheaper. I think that one was actually contingent right now on the MLS. Anyways, yeah, so Lake Texoma, super cool place to go. It's just that no one in Frisco is really going out because it's a little bit of a drive, but if you live in Celina, not too bad. So just keep that in mind too. If you're all about lake life or anything like that, that could be another option. And they are adding schools throughout Celina, so they have a middle school coming. They have some other things as well. I think they need to get more neighborhoods kind of pushed out into this area. There are some neighborhoods like Light Farms that are technically Celina and Prosper on that border that go into Prosper ISD. So there are going to be some neighborhoods within Celina that do go to Prosper ISD. So just kind of be wary of that. It's kind of the same thing within Frisco. Some Frisco neighborhoods go to a Prosper ISD. And then some Little Elm neighborhoods go to a Frisco ISD school. So that was Morgan Lake Estates, and some of the houses within there, a little bit older, kind of on an acre and a half, more privacy than some of these other neighborhoods, master plan communities that I've been going into, where the neighbors are super close to each other. All right, now head down just a little bit further. Gonna go to the Celina High School, show you guys what that looks like. But at least they have this main road developed pretty well. This will get expanded to 3 lanes at some point. That's just gonna take a really long time. If you kind of notice to the left and right, you'll kind of see signs popping up everywhere. There is tons of land for sale all down this. Now I think it's a little bit expensive, so that's why it's probably just sitting on the market forever. Because this would be a great place to pick up land and then turn into something residential or whatever. It's gonna make money for you, but it's just sometimes people are just asking too much per acre and it just doesn't make sense. And then maybe you can kind of start to see it up on this right side where their new stadium is, their high school is. Just from here, I'm about like a mile away. And then on the left, I don't think I picked it up on my camera, but that's where the middle school looks like it's getting built right now. So you have the middle school and the high school kind of close to each other. There are going to be some elementary schools built within the master plan communities, but for the most part, it is going to be a commute to some of the schools around here. Not that Celina is a huge place as well, or hard to get to anything. It's just that they're not going to have anywhere near close to the number of schools that like Frisco has. Kind of closer to what Prosper has, but Celina definitely does not have that many, which just shows that they got a lot of time to grow. Just driving in here, you can see all that land right there. Kind of looks like a Prosper High School. This one is a little bit older. And they got their stadium in the back. But I think this, actually up here on this view, you might actually be able to see a good majority of Celina. Look guys, this is all Celina. Take it all in. You're looking at it. Because I guarantee you, in 5 years from now, what you're looking at right now is going to be straight concrete. And then also for the other schools that are getting built in here, college-wise, you have the University of North Texas that's going to be built kind of on the border of Prosper, but still close to here. And then you actually have Collin College's Celina campus is being built within here. So whether you're going to be going to like Collin College, whether you're going to have a kid graduating soon that's going to go to college, they could be going to University of North Texas or Collin College. Both of those are super close. The next big college is like SMU or UT Dallas, and that's going to be a little bit of a drive, about a 40-minute drive to those campuses. And then if I kept going north that way, that would lead us right into Gunter, which is another area where a bunch of land's getting picked up right now by developers because everything's just getting pushed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little video, pros and cons tour over Celina. It's not a huge, it is a big city when you kind of look at all the land, but when it actually comes down to what they have, what's inside schools, neighborhoods, all that type of stuff, not that much. So I do think this is going to be an awesome place to live if you're someone that wants to be in a master plan community, wants to be around some of the Dallas Cowboy things that are over in the Frisco Star, wants to be around Legacy West, south of the Oklahoma border by just an hour. Maybe you're doing work in Frisco, commuting into McKinney, have a price range of about $400,000 to $600,000. You can get a pretty good sized home. They also still have some things that are a little bit that are still at that $300,000 mark further north towards Gunter, if that's within your price range. So let me know, leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Appreciate all you guys that have been coming in, texting me, sending me some messages, calling me about some of the areas. I'm working with about 10 of you right now that have come in through my channel, getting you guys on some new construction, or working with you to get you into a house, or trying to find you a rental right now. So that's awesome. I got people coming in. I finally have this, it's like been this long lag time of, I started my YouTube channel, people started watching my YouTube channel, people got interested, started messaging me, and now finally people are starting to actually starting to move out here, working with me, closing on houses. It's just that inventory homes are few and far between. I think Celina is a little less competitive on some areas, some builders. There are going to be a lot of wait lists, but anyways, yeah, let me end the video here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. That wasn't a good piece. Kind of had a voice crack. Peace. Take it easy. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me, Daniel, at the Home Expert Team. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.